Welcome back, folks. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's jump right into the forecast. We've got the same weather headlines that we've been experiencing, with our temperatures continuing to drop or at least be below our seasonal average for at least for today and the early work week, with precipitation expected this weekend. So late today and into tomorrow is when we're going to get that rain moving on in from this Pacific West Coast system, and that rain's going to stick around with us for quite a while. We've got icy and wet roads also here to stay, especially in those high elevation areas. We're really only looking at rain here in the Grand Valley, but over Vail Pass, over the San Juans, and even over those northern mountains, we're expecting some rain, which also means, expecting some snow, which also means icy on those roads. As we take a look at our afternoon highs today, 51 in Grand Junction, 46 in Montrose. Further east of us, we're even a little bit cooler, 40 in Glenwood Springs, 38 in Aspen, and 31 in Gunnison. As we take a look at tracking the cold as well, folks, this was the trend of this cold front that was moving on down from Canada. And we'll notice today we're kind of getting a little bit of a clearing as this cold air moves to the northeast U.S., kind of more focused along that Great Lakes area, maybe even causing some lake effect snow from some residual moisture sticking around there. But even though it looks like it's a clearing around here, from our temperature scale, we are going to be still about 10 degrees below what we're typically used to into the early work week. As we take a look at our almanac, our high today, 52 instead of our typical 60. On the low end, 34 instead of our typical 32. And this is actually going to be the trend into tomorrow as well. We're going to be down just right above our lows, but our high temperature, again, still short by just about 8 degrees compared to what we're typically used to. And as we get into the springtime, we're slowly rising in temperatures. We finally just got up into those 60s for what we're typically used to around this time of year. Our pollen forecast, folks, I've said it every single day. We're going to be down on those low ends for grasses and weeds. Trees and mold are just right above that, still on that low end of thing, and that's going to continue to be that way due to this precipitation that's moving on in. Now, our overall setup for today, we'll notice this storm moving on in from the west coast as we get into the afternoon hours, and even as we get into the evening hours, that's when it's going to start getting closer and closer inland, with rain and snow continuing chance in the Pacific Northwest, but also over Idaho, Nevada, Utah, even Wyoming's going to get a little bit of that. And folks, over the southern areas, we do have a chance for some fog as those temperatures are going to stay on the cooler side of things. So that means this dew point from this precipitation system is going to stay that way. Our total snow cover, we'll notice Aspen has a lot more coverage than the rest of the western slope. We don't really have anything here in the Grand Valley. And I do want to take a peek at our radar. This is that low pressure system that's going to hit us in just a couple of days. As we take a look ahead, the system's continuing to move on in. That's what we're going to see a little bit more nationally. And our forecast, this low pressure system is moving away over the Great Lakes, bringing us still those cool temperatures down here. Our extended forecast will show us 51 today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and still in those low 50s, and a chance for those overcast skies and rain. Thursday and Friday, we're going to jump back down into those upper 40s. Looks like Friday, though, we're going to finally have a clearing in precipitation. Montrose has the same kind of temperature trend, folks, where we're going to be back down, even down into those sub-freezing temperatures at the end of the work week.